Hey Dave, this is Mike Pignati and Carlos Correa of the Astros. So we're going to start Mike's swing here, and uh, nice, movement back, and then he's got a lot of good weight transfer. One thing I don't like, you can ask Mike about this. He might feel it's okay. A lot of pros open up their front foot. If you look at his front foot, it, when he starts to land, he opens it up, and it's that at this point, he's really pointing his toe out to the pitcher. So his hips, when he does that, his hips open up, and he loses power from really, getting a good hip drive. Um, so if you look at Correa, when he lands, he's just closed. His toes are pointed in toward the plate. That's one thing. And if you look at Mike as the swing continues, look at his back knee and back foot. So his knee's really kind of collapsing in. Instead of turning that back hip and driving that back knee toward the pitcher, he's sort of collapsing on his back foot there, if you see it. Um, uh, right there. Oh, I screwed that one up. But he's sort of collapsing on the inside of his foot. If you can compare that with Correa, look how Correa's hands and hips work together. He's turning the hip, driving that knee toward the pitcher, and really completely different look between Correa and Mike right now. Um, in terms of how you use the lower half. I love Correa's swing. I think it's a great one to copy. Then we continue on with Mike's. As he turns his hips, he's going to get up into that position where his toe is on the ground. So that looks good there, but he's really not. It's more of like a golf swing, like the lower half. When you look at a golfer, that's where you would see with your lower half. Um, but a baseball player, in my mind anyway, especially a power hitter, should be looking to generate more power from the hips. Mike is very upright there. Correa, obviously, nice 90-degree angle with that knee and foot on his back leg. And here's Mike's contact point. Real nice, right about at his front foot. And then Correa, again, right there, nice. Mike's pitch is a little bit lower, maybe. But I think I don't think, the first swing I saw had an uppercut swing. This double, he's behind the ball now. Maybe he's a little bit below it. I don't know. But he stays fairly level, which I think is good. If you look at Correa, he's on plane with the ball here. Stays on plane, stays on plane, stays on plane. Look after he hits the ball. And I want to go back to Micah after this. See how he drives the barrel right up the path of the ball? That's called extension. So he's really extending his barrel through the path of the ball. Only then does he start to bring it around here. The wrists go, and he brings it around. Mike, he's pretty good. After he hits it, though, he tends to kind of go right here. Instead of driving the barrel up the path of the ball, he tends to kind of roll the wrists and, start completing his swing as opposed to extending through the path all the way to full extension, like here. And then you can see Correa's palms are up. His palm is up. His right palm is almost pointing up in the air. Whereas you can see Mike kind of begins to roll those wrists over pretty quickly once he makes contact with the ball. So I like to see a little more extension. And if you notice Correa with the front foot again, he keeps that closed. It's really only his follow-through. He keeps that closed right through, the swing and almost contact. and then his follow-through really opens up that foot. But the reason keep that front foot closed is, again, you keep that front side hip closed. You can really turn those hips. That's generating a lot of power right there, and the bat isn't even anywhere near the zone. So he's going to whip the bat through, having had that nice that hip turn creates torque, creates that nice sort of resistance, and then the bat whips through. Whereas Mike he doesn't really have that aggressive, lower half drive. So that's what I'd be looking for. But nice, really nice swing from Mike. Nice high follow through. I'd like him to see him really complete the swing, wrap the bat around his back. If you look at Correa, the video's going to end, but if it didn't end, that bat would hit his back, and that's what you typically see, with good power hitters. So tell Mike not to be that anxious to 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 end his swing and start running. I like to see him finish. Again, Mike might look at these and down at the hit club and say, "Hey, this is perfect. Wouldn't change a thing." But those are just a couple things I saw.